Good afternoon, Fifth Fam. This is Stefan, and today we will be talking about how you can handle your stress in and out of the gym. A lot of clientele I see on the daily basis when they come into the gym or during their training, they have a lot of tension. They have a lot of things that are kind of holding them in and kind of holding them down, things that are oppressing them. This will not only aid you in decreasing your stress within your training, you'll see improvements in your training, but you'll also see an elevation outside of the gym in your everyday life, as you'll see more clarity and you'll have a greater sense of living outside instead of constricting inside because of the pressures of life. The first thing that is very important is mindfulness and being very present in nature. Now, being these two things will allow you to figure out what is causing the stress. So the first thing you want to do is you want to identify what is causing the tension, what is causing you to become restricted. Now, a lot of times this could be something that's happening in the present moment, or it could be something that's happening in the past. I'll use me, for example. One day I came into the gym and I had a lot of things going on in my life. I was struggling financially. I had just had a difficult day at work and I was having some relationship issues. And so I came into the gym and I noticed that my workout wasn't flowing and going the way I wanted it usually to go. When I was touching the weights, I wasn't as enthusiastic. As I was engaging and getting more towards my top sets and some of my movements, I didn't feel the strength. I didn't feel that explosiveness. I didn't feel that uplift of energy. And what I realized was that my mind was stuck in trying to figure out in things that had happened past in the day. And I had carried that with me into the gym. So what I did was I completely stopped my entire training session. I went in my car and I did a couple of deep breaths. And so what that did was that centered me, and that allowed me to form clarity so that I could realize, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's causing the stress, and realizing and handling that. Now, in terms of handling what is causing the stress, that might look like you calling the person, who you might be in conflict with, or that might be you forming a game plan in order for you to realize exactly what needs to go on. Sometimes the biggest thing for you is not to push through. Pushing through and kind of like taking those bumps, it adds up over time. You need to deal with the root cause of the issue, and dealing with the root cause of the issue will allow everything to be resolved. Now, let's say you can't deal with the root cause of the issue. Let's say you have to go in and you have to train today. I do this sometimes when I'm dealing with high stressful situations. I will center myself and I will focus on the breath. And in focusing on the breath, what I do is I create a chasm in my mind, and I want you to imagine that there's a hurricane going around you and everything is getting destroyed, but you are the eye in the hurricane. So in your mind's eye, imagine there's this crazy hurricane going on. It's uplifting houses, it's throwing cars, trees are going everywhere. And that's kind of how life is. Life is kind of chaotic like a hurricane. Everything's, you can't really control much, and it's all this stuff going on. But I want you to be in the eye of the storm. And if you are in the eye of the storm, what that will allow you to do is that will allow you to find peace, but not only find peace, that'll keep your awareness. And if you can keep your awareness, then even though there's a hurricane going around you, you're still able to think and manage yourself. Now, how does this relate to you in terms of your workout in the gym? In the gym, that time period can be your eye in the storm. And this can become very powerful for you, because when you enter into the facility, it's like, okay, if you can handle the root cause, go ahead and handle the root cause. But if you cannot, when you come into the gym, you're like, okay, this is the eye. This is the period of time where there's not a lot going on. There's no chaos. And I can take this time and I can use it to go through my workout and go through a confident calm. Now, some people going into the gym, that's the hurricane. Just getting into the gym, it's like, whoa, there's a hurricane in here. Even though you're in a chaotic environment, you yourself internally can still be the eye in the storm. Just realizing that, okay, there's a lot going on. I might not understand a lot. I might not be in control of a lot. But even still, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to focus on my breath. I'm going to center myself. And I'm going to move forward in that confidence. Now, in terms of like in a very physiological, like, in not a mental and spiritual way, in more of a physical way of decreasing stress, always focus on the breath. One day I will make a video and explain how the breath really is the focal point of movement. But in decreasing stress, you always want to breathe deep in through the nose, fill the lungs with air, and what you want to do is you want to hold for a brief second. Now, as you hold the breath, you want to take all the stress that's in your body. You want to take the tension that's in your neck. You want to take the tension that's in your face. You want to take the tension that might be in your hands and your wrists. And you want to bring all that tension together into the breath, and then completely relax your entire body. Allow your body to go limp. If you're in a busy gym, go into the restroom, sit down, center yourself. Some gyms have a yoga studio. Go in there and literally bring all the tension together and then release it. Now, what this will do is this will cause a physical release of the tension and the stress. But also in your mind, I want you to do the same thing with the storm. I hope someone found this of value. I hope someone found this of use. I'll be creating more videos that go more in depth on how you can use the breath, not only in decreasing stress and to help you with your training, but more so how the breath is the center of all movement. Also, I'll be creating other videos on specifically how you can create your own training program, how you can take your training to the next level, how you can create systems and routines to kind of help you with your wealth and fitness. If you found this of value, please click like, click subscribe, click that notification bell if you would like any videos like this. I do have other social media. Check out my Instagram at Stefan Bolding. I have a TikTok, I have a Twitter. I also have a Patreon. If you want to join the Flow University community, come join the Discord. I have that in the description. I hope you guys have a blessed evening, and I will